a school day. Everybody's headed out to school 8 o'clock in the morning. Not everybody, the younger kids are probably there already. It's going to a Muslim school here on the left. You can hear the bell going, calling the children in. School began, but look at all these kids walking through our school, just taking it easy. No rush. Notice there are no signs saying slow down, 10 miles an hour school signs. None of that here. But I will urge you to, especially like this, slow down, because kids will just run across the street to meet somebody on the other side or get a ride. Not only the kids, the adults walk across the street just without looking either. Kind of give you a heads up, because even if that kid ran across the street and gets hurt, unless somebody comes up and say, hey, the kid was wrong, you're going to end up in police custody, no way to get out. Then you're going to have to pay the family. I'm speaking from experience, in a way, because some time ago I had what they call gilly-gillies in business. And one of our drivers got into an accident. And he stopped because he hit this kid, ran across the street. And the people in the village came out and grabbed him and were about to kill him. People came out with machetes and everything. But then somebody says, hey, the kid ran across the street, it's not his fault, he couldn't have avoided it. But just as a courtesy, we paid the kids hospital bills, and unfortunately the kid didn't survive, and we had to pay for the funeral services. Loss of a life, but like I said, there's kids playing here, don't look, and you are held responsible. So be careful, be aware. Yes, sir. See that he's telling me, slow down, slow down. And I am going slow. I'm going like 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers. This is about 10 miles an hour. Same way as I drive when I'm in the U.S. But just be wary. That's one of those things that you have to be careful of. See, he's driving on the opposite side of the street. This is an adult. walking across the street. Didn't look to see, his head was just pointed down at the street. I don't know if he saw me from his peripheral vision, but to me he didn't look across and look to see what's coming. Just walk. Yesterday, I had a motorcycle driver right off the road on my right. And when I turned, he looked at me and said, I am driving dangerously. But he's not supposed to be driving there. Why are you driving like this? That's dangerous. Why are you riding off the road on my right instead of passing me on my left on the pavement? Those are things you gotta be aware of. Always have to be watchful for. Don't ever think that, well, it's not my fault that this happened. See this thing here? Here comes the Gilly, see? He's driving, got passengers in there. This is a busy road. Kids walking. He's Gambian. I wouldn't advise you to drive like that. See how that guy crossed the motorcycle? That's the way it's done. If I was going to pass him, when I turn, and he's right beside my car, see this? The same thing. Look at the tires on his thing. They're just almost falling off. How could he stop when he go past me and I make a left turn? Look at this one. And this one. He's trying to pick up passengers while blocking the road. Not moving. This is the way it's done. See it? Let's walk across the street. Look at the faces of the young men. You don't see anybody smiling. None of them. Even the older people you don't see smiling. The only time you'll see this smile is if you see a Caucasian man walk up. Then you see a smile. Indian man walk up. Then you see a smile. I went into a store about a week ago in the new mall in Gambia. Walked into the store, looked around, and I had a question about one of the items they have in the store. There's the woman. There's the same guy. He passed me earlier. And there he is speeding again. I walked in the store, looked at the item, and had a question. she was on the phone when I came into the store. So I walked to where she was sitting and stood there, thinking that she would pause the person. Yeah, can you hold on a minute? I've got a customer. I stood there for 3 minutes. And my mind says, why don't you stay longer and see how long she would stay? But I didn't have my video camera running, so I couldn't film it. And I walked out of the store, and she never even bothered to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, can I help you? No etiquette whatsoever. See? If I walk into a bank, same thing here. White man or Indian or Lebanese walk into the bank, somebody rush to the door to open it. Somebody will be sitting down there. When they see him walk up to the door, they rush to the door to open it. See a Caucasian walk up to the bank, 15 people sitting in there, he'll walk right to the counter. One of the clerks will stop what they're doing, fill his order, and he'll walk out. And you'll wonder, what in the world is this? Those are things you gotta be prepared for. So when you come, I've seen people who come and they couldn't take it, and they go back to England or America or wherever they traveled to Gambia from, and made a video about the bad treatment. But that bad treatment is not going to change unless you say something. You got to say something here. You got to say, look, this is not the way you do business. You know, there are, I don't know, 1,000 African Americans here or people from England here. What are you going to do? We start doing business, you know. And I'm thinking now that it may come to a time, or it should be, you know, I'm just, give this thing.
Good morning.
Good morning. You have a mask?
How are you?
You have a mask?
I have a mask. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Going to work today.
I'm going.
Looks like you're going.
I'm going to work.
I'm not going. Well, I'm not going straight to the turntable. I'm going to, you know, right choice.
Wow, right choice?
Yeah. That's how far I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going to the turntable.
Well,
So you are recording?
Let me finish my video. Just had to give a police officer a right to a turntable. Anyway, back to our subject of I am coming to a conclusion that people of the diaspora who move to Gambia or any other part of Africa, I would say, might be necessary to form our own communities. When I say our own communities, we come and build similar to what ADDI is doing in Ghana. Building a city of what they call a city of return, Wakanda. We may have to build our own communities, like what Bag's doing here, he is building a community actually. He's building a community. Everything that people from diaspora need will be in that community. But I'll make a video about that, similar to that later. Anyway, hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I'll get back to you in another video.